Hi everybody, welcome to this week's homework video. And we are focusing entirely on the nth term because it's quite complicated. So it's best that we put all of our attention into one thing. So the nth term. Right, there's a question on the screen and I am going to go through it. And then I'm going to go through it twice. I'm going to go through this question and the next question. But one thing you need to realize, right, is all of the steps for solving the nth term are here, right? Every single step. So with our lessons, there were quite a few people who were sending messages saying they didn't understand. And that's absolutely okay. Of course, if you don't understand, always message and say that you don't understand. But the reason I'm telling you this is because these steps here have been broken up into such small steps that as long as we read them and follow them, we shouldn't have any problem solving this, okay? So, I mean, it is tricky, but if we take one step at a time, we really should start to get the hang of this very soon. So step one says, find the difference between the numbers in the sequence. Now, when we're finding the difference between numbers, what we're really doing is just counting from one number to the next number. So the difference between 8 and 12, we're just counting from 8 to 12. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So it goes up by 4. And of course, we need to add 4 to 12 to get to 16. And we need to add 4 to 16 to get to 20. So every number is increasing by 4. Okay, so that's the first step done. The difference is 4. Step 2 is write that number down. So 4 is a number I need to write down. And then follow it with an n. That step's very, very straightforward. It's hardly even a step. I'm just writing the number that I already worked out, followed by n, right? Very straightforward. And then the final step is put the number that belongs here. So the number that comes before 8. So imagine the sequence has started one number earlier. What number would that be? Well, because I know the sequence is going up by 4, well, all I need to do is go down 4, and then I'll work out what that number is. And that number would be 4. Okay, because 8 subtract 4 is 4. Now, this is the only bit that might be a little bit tricky is thinking about whether our nth term would be plus 4 or minus 4. Well, look at this number. Is it a minus 4? No, we did not go below 0. It's not minus 4. It's a positive 4. So we need to put plus 4 into our nth term here. And that's the answer. The nth term is 4n plus 4. Okay, so the way to check if this is correct, I'm going to get rid of all the working out. All right, and I'm going to rewrite the nth term, 4n plus 4. Now, the way to work out if this is correct is if we look at all the numbers of our sequence, this number is the first number, this number is the second number, this number is the third number, this number is the fourth number. So the way to check to see if the nth term is correct is let's replace n with any of these numbers at the top here. So let's replace n with 2, for example. We've got 4 2s plus 4, or 4 times 2 plus 4. What is the answer to that? 4 times 2 plus 4. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 4 is 12. And look, they correspond. Let's look at number 4. Let's replace n with 4. So 4 4s plus 4, or 4 times 4 plus 4. 4 times 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. So they correspond. So I know that the nth term is correct. The nth term that I figured out here is accurate. It's correct. So now I can find out any number in the sequence. For example, I can find out the 10th number of the sequence. I just need to replace n with 10. So I won't do all of these, but let's do number 10. If I replace n with 10, it would be 4 10s plus 4, or 4 times 10 plus 4. 4 times 10 is 40, plus 4 is 44. So the 10th number in the sequence is going to be 44. Okay, so now what we'll do, I'll do it once more, and then it'll be your go. So if you're still a little bit confused, watch very, very, very closely, okay? So step 1 is to find the difference between the numbers in the sequence. So let's look at numbers, the difference between the numbers. How do I get from 3 to 8? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to add 5. And then 8 to 13, I add 5. And 13 to 18, I add 5. So we're adding 5 every single time. So next step is to write that number down. So write 5 down, followed with n. That step is super straightforward. 5, n, done. Step 3 is to work out the number that would come here. Okay, a little bit trickier, but still straightforward. If this sequence is increasing by 5, in order to figure out this number, I need to go back 5 from 3. Yeah, so 3 subtract 5. 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. So I am now in the negative numbers, the minus numbers. So in my nth term, I'm going to write minus 2 as opposed to plus 2. So my nth term is 5n subtract 2. Okay, let's check to see if it's correct. So my sequence has 3 as the first number, 8 as the second, 13 as the third, and 18 as the fourth. Okay, so how do I check to see if my nth term is correct? I'm going to replace n with any of those numbers. So let's use number 3. So instead of 5 times n, let's do 5 times 3, 15, take away 2, 13 is correct. Let's look at number 1. So 5 times 1 is 5, take away 2 is 3. My nth term is correct. So to find let's do the 20th number this time. To find the 20th number, I just need to do 5 multiplied by 20. Okay, 5 times 20. So 5 times 20 or 20 times 5 is 100. Subtract 2 is 98. So I know what the 20th number is, 98. And indeed, I know any number in that sequence just by using the nth term. So I know the 1000th number, I can find out the 75th number, the 138th number. I can find out any number in that sequence if I just do the maths, okay? So hopefully that's clear. Now remember, if it isn't, what I would recommend, as I said yesterday in the lesson, is just rewind the video or rewind it to a certain part and rewatch it and keep rewatching until it clicks, and it will click eventually. Okay, it should click eventually. Okay, let's move on to your questions. So there are 3 questions on the screen. We've got this question, which is 3, 8, 13, 18. Then we've got question 2, which is -4, -1, 2, and 5. And then we've got question 3, which is 11, 17, 23, 29. And what we need to do with those 3 sequences is answer all of these questions. So the questions are, what is the next number in each sequence? What is the nth term for each sequence? What is the 10th number in each sequence? What is the 20th number in each sequence? And what is the 100th number in each sequence? And remember, as long as you follow those 3 steps, the very straightforward steps, as long as you follow those steps, you should be okay. All right, thank you very much for watching. I really hope this helps. Thank you and see you soon. Bye.